Okay guys, so we're gonna have a eat with me video. I just thought it was fun last time when I was just sitting here and just talking. I'm actually, now that I think about it, I'm surprised at myself for like being so comfortable now to be able just to sit in front of a camera, eat, and just talk and just stare at the camera like you guys are really here with me. So this was what I made, and there would be already. I'm assuming I'm gonna combine the video, so this would be like the middle of the video. And I was saying I just want to eat some carnivore food today to make it simple. Like it's always been simple. It's just having, especially if you have some eggs, cheese, and bacon. It's just really easy. But I added some kimchi to my meal today, and a little bit of my beef stew that I made yesterday. And there's just for more flavoring. And I thought about it. I think that that would be the thing that I can do to be sustainable. Like the salt alone is just not enough. I need the seasoning. And I guess maybe once in a while, just to have this type of food. I don't know. Every time I watch Carrie's videos, which is YouTube is Homestead How, like he's interviewing a lot of people, and he's creating a documentary on the carnivore diet and all the health benefits and all the good things that it has done for those who have tried it. It makes me rethink my decisions about the stuff I'm eating. And also, well, like I was saying, I feel the effect right away, pretty much. Like when I'm not on carnivore, like right now, I feel it. Even like the pimple, like I had a small little pimple here. Like I noticed my pimples are smaller in general if they are to come out. But once I eat like that, or you know, once I eat this stuff, then it really like get out of my system. Like right now, this one is forming like right away. Like before, like on carnivore, I could see it, and it's just kind of stay there. It didn't make any movement. But once I eat like the carbs, then it start moving. It starts doing something. Yeah, but I feel tired today. I feel like my sickness is coming back. I'm not sure why. Well, I don't know if it's affecting. It's the food I'm eating. I can't tell the difference right now because I didn't come back eating normal food nor like healthy. I came back while I was sick, so I can't tell what's going on. And every time I nap, I feel really tired. I feel like I should not have napped. So this weekend we're gonna go camping. I have to make decisions on what kind of food to bring. I have to prepare some food too. Like I was saying last time, it was snowing when I was cooking, and thankfully I had prepared ahead of time. Like I cut up all the meat and everything, and I put it in a Ziploc bag already. So all I really did was just put it together and cook it up, and I didn't have to use my cutting board to cut anything. And I think that was the right way to go about for camping, especially where it's just you're just so tired from the whole day driving, and then like when you after you come to a camping site, you just want to eat right away. You don't want to have to like deal with a lot of things, and that's how I felt. Like I watched some videos on camping, and it's fun. Like, oh, they're just cooking. I'm having fun. But I think that's different. That's like after maybe they rested and like maybe that's the next day and they're just enjoying themselves, and that's part of the camping spirit, camping process, or just having fun cooking at the same time. But for me, I'm like trying to deal with, it's tiring already, it's cold, everybody's hungry. I'm trying my best to cook fast so that they can have something in their stomach. So there's this pressure I have that I just want to just get the food ready for them. And it's not enjoyable, especially when like people are waiting for you to feed them. You know what I mean? Like, you just have that thought back of your mind, like, damn, everybody's just waiting on me. They're just depending on me. Yeah, so these are my thoughts right now about the carnivore diet. I'm really wondering though about talking about the prices. Like in terms of carnivore being too expensive. But I keep thinking about how the food I eat, I don't feel hungry. So a lot of times I end up not finishing and I have to like save it for the next meal. And but that's just me. And I guess I don't really have appetite. I don't eat that much. I thought I did, but I feel like eating a regular way costs more though, because of all the ingredients that we have to come up with and like put things together. Like the dishes that I've been making, it included vegetables, and then there's rice, and then there's meat. Even though it's less meat, but the vegetables and buying them and having to cook them, and then they sometimes go bad. All those things add up to, and it just takes, I think it takes a little bit longer. That's why like you see a lot of videos I make is when the kids are around, like I have more energy to actually make a dish. Because I feel like that's what I was saying in my video, that I feel like I was losing like the love, like to put the love in the food and creating dishes for them to try it and learn like different food for them to try. Yeah. But on a carnivore, it's just mainly, you know, the same thing: meat and eggs and sausages and bacon, cheese. So that's pretty much it. And while there are recipes out there that will make it interesting, not saying there isn't, but just saying like I'm not able to share with them the kind of food that I used to eat, to give them like what Vietnamese pho tastes like, or bún bò Huế, bún riêu, all these noodle dishes that we are, I don't know, we're known for. I mean, you know, just our specialty dishes. Crepes, there's like a Vietnamese crepe, which that's really hard to do, and I don't even want to deal with that. But you know, those stuff like that. And there's a lot of dishes that we have that I have not made for them because they're still too young. They're not used to the taste buds are not used to the complexity. But those are things like when I make it for them, that's what I mean by the love. I can't give the love to them if I'm just making bacon and cheese and eggs and sausages. But when I'm here alone or with just me and Phil, I'm not trying as hard I would love to cook for Phil more too, but he's usually at work when the kids are not here. It was just me and him. I would totally make like, you know, a dinner to me and him. But usually it's only during lunchtime when I can make him some food. But it's gonna be fast because I have work. So I work in the day shift, which is like I can do pretty much right now very flexible hours, basically from 8 to 5 if I want, like the whole day, and I can cook and take my lunch as needed because it's remote, so they don't really know like what time I take my lunch. Sometimes I take a lunch late, like maybe 2 o'clock, but there's like a 5 minute 5 hour rule thing where you have to take your lunch before the 5th hour. So I'm technically supposed to take it like by 12:30 or 1 o'clock. It depends. But I don't do that sometimes. But I put the time for that, and then I just cook. I just eat when I need to. Now, I'm not trying to cheat the system or anything. It's just like they're just forcing us to eat certain time when, like, hey, I'm home. I can eat when I eat. Just they had like a whole issue on that. There was like a lawsuit, and like people, like some employees taking advantage of that and like filing a lawsuit. And you know, it was a whole big deal, and so that's why they made it a big deal. Like, you need to take your lunch break at the right time. Even 1 minute late, you get like this meal break by violation. But anyway, that's right back then when I was working in the office. Yeah, so but basically I'm just trying to say that I have work in the morning, and then like around 3:30 that's when Phil leaves. So I'm cooking like fast food basically in the earlier morning time or afternoon, whatever, whenever I can. Just if I'm not too busy, then I could go down, take my little, sometimes 45 an hour, 2 hour break, lunch break. And so I don't have that much time. I'm just trying to say, just want to cook something fast because it takes time already to cook like a 10 to 15 minute meal, and then sit there and eat with him and hang out a little bit before I go back to work. It feels really light right now eating this. I should eat the cucumbers though, like the fresh cucumbers in there. Those are the things that we need to eat because we have already bought it. But otherwise, if I didn't have to, if I'm doing strict carnivore or more, there's no fresh vegetables either. How long has it been? Oh yeah, so I was looking at myself just to like see if I look presentable enough. But I mean, I look with my bags. It's been pretty bad lately. But I would say I am quite surprised that I'm comfortable enough to just show this side of me, the way I look without makeup. And I would have to say thank you for the YouTube community because everybody has been very supportive, very nice. Everybody's just, I love the YouTube community. Everyone, there are a few people who are like very straightforward, like ill and that's gross or whatever, but majority of everybody on YouTube has been amazing. So it helps me with being able to feel like accepted for just being who I am. Yeah, like I'm still working on my speech. Like I noticed though that I am speaking more calmly. I'm like accepting that I'm still making mistakes in the things I say. And it's been a good journey so far. When did I start? I know it was last year, sometime last year. Like, look at me now. I have like over 120 videos. And some days I think though, like, what's my channel about right now? Like, it seems to be about food, about nutrition. I think it's important though to eat well, so that way you have the energy to do whatever you want to do. So it's important. But my channel is not really supposed to be about cooking. Obviously you can see when I'm cooking, I'm also talking about my thoughts, my feelings, what's going on. And I watch my videos sometimes, I see how I'm growing, and it's a lot of memories. It's every video is a memory in itself. And this is something I talked about before. I started that on the Kindle Scribe. I started the, what's it called? See, like, I don't know why, like, now I can't think sometimes. Like a storyboard, right? And there was one period of time where I didn't have time, and the days just went by. And then just recently, 2 days ago, I went back to my storyboard, and I skipped like a whole month's worth, I think. And I had to go through my phone. I had to look through some of my YouTube videos to like remember, oh yeah, this is what happened that day. Because basically, if we don't document ourselves, sometimes the days just go by. But luckily, I've been documenting myself, and I remember, and it made me think sometimes some days were really unproductive. Or, I mean, every day there is productive in every day that we do, because sometimes we just need rest. We don't always need to work on something. But I just like recall, like, damn, what did I do that? There were actually some days where it was just wasted. And I don't like to waste my day like taking a nap. If I could have like slept better, or if I had taken care of myself better, then I would not be having to take this nap now. So that's the kind of things I think about. So we need to take care of ourselves, because if we don't, then how do we take care of other people? Or if like you're responsible for your family members, or you have to be able to take care of yourself. And that's also, now it just reminds me of Sachin. He's like pretty much my partner in crime when I used to work in the office, and he still is now. And it would always be, we would work on our work duties that we have them, and he would be so focused, and he really motivates me to continue, because at one point I was pretty much done with I disassociated myself with the company. I felt a certain way because I wanted to I wanted a hybrid schedule back then before I moved here. I wanted a hybrid schedule. I wanted to be with Phil when I can. Like, that's why I want a hybrid, because I never felt I wanted to leave the company, because I was with them for years, so more than 12 years now. And I just wanted to have that flexibility to work remote sometimes and be with Phil, like come to Vegas sometimes. And they didn't allow that, so it really made me feel like I feel disassociated with them, and I didn't feel the same. And like, I worked so hard just so, and it's not their fault either, but it's just a feeling I got. Like, I want to be with Phil, I want to be with Phil, I don't want to be here. And that's kind of thoughts I had. But anyway, Sachin continued to work hard, and he motivated me. He made me feel like, yes, I need to focus too. Look at him, like, he's working so hard. I mean, you work with people who are like trying their best. It brings the best out of you too. Like, yeah, you're right. He knew I was feeling a certain way, and he continued to do his part as well as help me as much as he can. And it made me think, now I'm just bringing back this topic because he pretty much was always prepared for anything. Like, he focused his work duties, so just in case our boss, if something comes up, like, we would always have the time to do it. So it's made me think back the same way when we need to keep ourselves healthy, because you never know. Like, we never know what's gonna happen, what's gonna come up today that we need to save our energy and our time to resolve those issues that come up. So you need to take, that's what I mean, like you need to take care of yourself. We need to take care of ourselves. So that way we can face anything pretty much. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So it's important to take care of your health. That's all. And that's why, like, I've been thinking about it, like, why am I so tired lately? Like, this sickness is like the worst thing that can happen to you. You can have all the money in the world, but if you're sick and you can't move your body, or you then what are you gonna do? So it's important. That's why, like, this thing about when you're feeding yourself, it's important. But you know, some we we feed ourselves the best way that we know. Like if I back then I thought fruits and veggies were important and it's part of our diet. I didn't know all these things, right? They're just sugar and carbs, and actually they're not good for us. I mean, there are worse things, not to say, but it's not like this is like the neutral, like, which is water, and then this is like meat and all the other stuff, right? Meat and fat, and then this is the carb side, which is like, of course, there's also a ladder, which one is worse than the other. But I'm just saying. See, now I lost my thought. But like, if you don't know, it's different. Like, I used to think these things were good for me. I would make sure the kids eat vegetables. Like, I would try to give them, like, what I was doing, like trying to introduce them to the vegetables, and like we sometimes would force them to eat it. Like, you have to eat at least one. But now it's different. It's like, if you don't want it, it doesn't matter. Like, I put it in the plate because we bought it for the flavoring of a dish, because some dishes need that in order to have it taste like that, right? Like authentic way. But if I were to now adjust my cooking and the food that I make to still have inspired pho, I would not add certain things, and it will still taste like pho, but not authentic. But it will still have that essence. But yeah. Like, I'm so lucky to be able to just have this discussion about food. Like, there's so many people who don't even have like the chance or the option to pick and choose what they want to eat, because like because of money or things costing too much. And like, I don't know what I would do if it costs so much that I cannot afford something, versus knowing this is affordable, this is gonna keep me full, but knowing that it's gonna affect me in the long run. Like, what would I do in that case? And I even have thoughts like, I should do like some kind of challenge. Like, if I only have like $10 for the week, like, what would I do? Like, how would I feed myself under the carnivore diet, or how would I adjust certain things? I think that's a fun project to do. I like those things though. Like, I talk a lot though, and then I end up not doing anything. But yeah, so I was thinking about that. Like, I wonder what my situation would be like. Like, how sometimes it's hard to think about it until you're actually in the person's shoes. What did you really do? And there was one point where I didn't know if money was coming in, but it was just like, wasn't to that extent yet where I really don't have money coming in, but I knew that my income was reduced. And I did think about, oh, I can't be buying this or that anymore. and it was stressful to an extent. Like, I don't really know, because I've always been very fortunate and lucky to have my family members, to have Phil, to have my friends who would always be willing to help me out if I really need to borrow some money and, you know, have the time to figure it out. But I know some people don't have that support from their family members, or just having that income that is continuously coming in. And I should be so, I'm very blessed. I'm very blessed, and also have good health too. That's why I want to keep it. Like, I know what good health is. And for me, just feeling a little tired, and like, I really felt like that's just a waste of time. And I just wonder for those who don't even have that option to be healthy because they have a lot of health problems from the beginning. And I wonder too if they just start eating carnivore, if how much it would help them. And also, like, those who are trying, but somehow the body is just not accepting it, like with the keto flu or other things that's happening, that it's just making it hard for them, like the addiction. Like, even for me now, I realized I thought it was easy, but then when I went to reducing the eggs and the dairy and the seasoning, it was hard. I was losing weight though, but that's totally, so that's kind of different. But like I said, if I had a lot more weight to lose, I wouldn't think of it as a problem. But it became a problem because I was losing too much weight. But I was struggling with just those 3 items, and it made me think, well, imagine just someone, in just a normal person, and they just cannot eat any fruit, how it would affect them if that's something they want in their life and they can't, which is just how I felt about, say, like eggs. I wanted seasonings, but I couldn't have it. So it's in a sense, it's kind of the same. But and I wonder, like, I could barely do that for a week, but then also that was because I needed to get my weight back. Technically I could have continued, but I was just worried about my weight. But yeah, but I just mean, like, I know what it feel like, a little bit of it, for those who need to have fruits and veggies or candy, or I don't know, chips or whatever. But there are alternatives to it. Like the chips, there are healthier chips. Fruits and veggies, if I had to replace it, I don't know, maybe I heard cucumbers with a sprinkle of zero sugar. It tastes like watermelon. My favorite fruit has always been watermelon, and I haven't had that in months. And I bought a juicer just to juice for the kids, because I wanted them to have nutrient, and from the fruits and the vegetables. At one point, I was like, well, this is better than drinking fruit juice from the store, which has like 0% fruit juice. So this is better for them, and they're gonna get the nutrients in there. And it turns out that actually I was just feeding them sugar. So that's just up there right now, on top of the fridge. And even vegetable juice is not good for you. So it's like, I don't know. It's just so crazy now that I think about it again. Like, when I first found out about all these things that I thought were healthy that turned out to be not. And then, yeah, like I said, every time I watch Carrie's interview with people, it reminds me again why I have to eat like this. And when I get sick and tired, it reminds me again, this is why I'm eating like this. I'd rather just eat this than have all the good food I used to like, just to then feel tired. Because if that's really happening or not, I don't know. But that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because, like, why am I feeling so tired now? Like, I feel weak. I feel like I need to work out again. But then, like, how can I work out if I'm tired? So like that's like one of those things where it's like a cycle. So what do you do then? But then again, maybe I'm just still like recovering still. It's crazy. How long has this been? 30 minutes. Well, thank you everybody. Thank you everybody for listening. Probably gonna end this here. There's a lot of rambling, a lot of talking, random stuff. But these are just what's on my mind, and I'm just surprised. I'm still impressed with myself, just being able to just sit here and just talk about whatever's been on my mind. While previously, a few months back, it was a struggle just to talk for like 2 minutes. So, I mean, it's a big improvement, and this is what this channel is about: just growing, just doing your thing, doing my thing, and just being proud of who I'm becoming. So thank you so much, everyone.